Hello there, I'm Rhino GT4 and welcome to Let's Play Top Gear GT Championship for the Game Boy Advance. So this one's kind of random. This is a game I've never actually this isn't one of those games I grew up with, but this is a game once I noticed it, I've had some interest in it as I go through the options here, showing you the options. And it's a pretty cool game. This is a spin-off of the Top Gear series of games that are not related to the TV show at all. And yeah, overall it's a pretty cool game. This is also a very interesting spin-off because the Top Gear series is more, fictional cars, fictional tracks, all that shit. But this is a more licensed game. So for this Let's Play, we are going to be tackling the championship mode. There's a course editor in this game, which is pretty cool. But anyways, championship mode. So let's start a new game and enter our name. I'm just going to put in Rhino since there aren't any actual driver names. I don't care about making my name correct. So license. This is a licensed of the All Japan GT Championship, as it was known in 2001, also known today as Super GT. Yeah, they got the JGTC license for a GBA spin-off of the Top Gear series, because why the hell not? So, for championship mode, we have four seasons to take care of in championship mode, and our first season starts us off in the GT300 class, where we have 6 options as far as what car we want to choose. We either have the Amamiya Matsukiyo RX-7, we have the Toyota Wedsport Celica, the Toyota Super Autobox Apex MRS, the Subaru Cusco Impreza, excuse me, the Nissan Daishin Advance Silvia, and finally the Toyota BP Craft Treno. Yes, the AE86. They used it as a Super GT car in 2001. I'm just going to refer to this as Super GT. I know at the time of this was the JGTC, but still. So I'm going to go with the Treno just because why the hell not. And we're going to choose manual transmission. And let's get started with our first round of the championship. We're going to the Twin Ring Motegi. So not only does this game have licensed cars from the JGTC Championship, it also has all 6 of the tracks that were used in the championship rounds. These aren't in quite the correct order as they were in the actual championship. For instance, our first round here is at Motegi, whereas that was actually round 5 in the actual 2001 season. And yeah, so another thing this game has is weather options. Now, it's completely random in championship mode, but in single race mode you can choose either between sunny or rain. The game has chosen sunny for us. And here's our pre-race screen. We can change our car setup, which is very bare bones. We can either have, low, medium, high aero downforce, soft, medium, or hard tires, soft, medium, or hard brakes, slow, medium, or quick steering, or low, medium, and high gear ratios. One thing I'm going to do is change the steering to quick, just because more responsive steering kind of helps me out here. I will be tweaking the setup a little bit later on in this LP, but for now, since this game starts off pretty easy in the GT300 class, I'm going to leave this as is. There are a couple car setup things you definitely want to do if you want to have a better time at this, or easier time at this. So we have 3 options here. We can do a free practice run, a qualifying, or just jump straight to the race. For the purpose of this first segment, I'm going to show off all 3. Starting with the free practice. This is just, I think you just have an unlimited amount of laps to learn the track, and yeah. So 2D Racer. I haven't done one of these since GT Advance series. Coincidentally, also a Game Boy Advance game. But those weren't like traditional 2D racing games, so I don't really count them as far as graphics. this is, you know, what I envision when I say 2D racer. So, this is my first, like, LP, I guess, of a full-fledged, like, 2D racing game with, like, you know, simple graphics and stuff like this. And it's pretty cool. Yeah, so I'm just going to, you can also just change your settings on the fly here in, the free run mode. It sets you right back at the line, which is cool. So let's just do a quick qualification. Don't mind the sporadicness of my commentary. I suck at this, but anyways, yeah. So, in qualifying, you get 1 lap from the last place on, or position on the grid, to set as fast of a lap as possible. So let's hope that I am able to do that. Although if I don't, I'll make the actual race more interesting, because then I'll have to overtake cars. Ooh. But this is the only time I'll be showing qualification on screen. There will be times where a lot of segments I'll just completely skip qualifying, but I'll probably end up qualifying at least in the final season of the championship mode, just because it gets pretty hard, and I'll need that advantage, most likely. So, yeah. But, here's Twin Ring Motegi in all of its 2D glory. Obviously, you know, this isn't a very realistic game, you know, taking the S at 160 miles per hour, when in, for instance, Forza Motorsport, I would be taking that at about 70 miles per hour. You know, maybe a little more. Oh, shit. Into the gravel off the final hairpin there. And, we go down the hill eventually. This game actually does, like, have elevation changes, as you can see here with the screen. Yeah, doing its thing. So, it tries to emulate elevation changes as best as it can with this, graphical style. Very limited on what you can do with, graphics like this, or a graphical style like this. You'll notice that the tracks look pretty similar to each other in this game, but overall, this is a pretty fun racing game. And, I'm glad I, like, discovered it and also, you know, played it, because why the hell not? So, I qualified on pole by 16 seconds over the RX-7. Yeah, this GT300 first season is going to be pretty easy, if you haven't noticed, so we can either do another practice session, or we can jump straight to the race. Let's just go race, shall we? So here we go, from pole, countdown, 3, 2, 1, go, and off we go. I usually don't get very good starts compared to the AI in this game. This one's a little different, however, so, hey. No, competition from behind, so every race in this game is a 3-lap race. That's just how it is, like, there are no... The only time where you're not going to be doing 3-lap sessions is in, like, the free practice mode, where, you know, you have an unlimited set of laps, just practice the car. So every single race, every single, like, time trial is 3 laps. Oh, also qualifying, because that's only a 1-lap session, but you'd hit it. And yeah, so I'm gonna be absolutely fucking dominating these early races, because like I said, this first season starts off really fucking easy in this GT300 class, and as you can see by the map, I kind of have a very, very large lead already on the rest of the field. When it comes to track mapping in this game, it's realistic, but it's not. Like, the developers whose names I forget, and the tab I had open that has information about developers and also a release date and stuff is gone, so oops. Go me. But, I mean, you saw it in the intro video if you watched the intro video, so, you know, shut up me. But, yeah, they kind of compensated for, like, this game being, you know, an arcade 2D racer, and the fact that you'll be traveling at a much faster speed or overall around the circuit than you would in real life. So these tracks are definitely longer than they are in real life, but basically to compensate and to try to make the lap times as close to real life as possible. As I say that, I ran a, minute 45 on a standing start in a GT300 class car at Motegi. I don't think that's the most realistic lap time, but they tried. So, overall, they did pretty well with this, I think. And the fact that, you have all 6 of the, all 6 tracks of the actual circuits I ran in the 2001 JGTC season was pretty impressive. I like it. It's just weird how a game like this just has the full Super GT license. Like, it's not part of, it's part of an established series, but it's a spin-off of something that's never really had, much in terms of licensed cars or venues or anything. To my knowledge, I don't know a whole lot about the Top Gear series. I've seen, various gameplay, and I've done a little bit of Wikipedia search. So, grain of salt on that. But, oh shit, went wide. We're good, though. And it doesn't matter, because, the rest of the field are just now entering the S, and I'm here on the front straight, so, yeah. Oh, I lost my train of thought, son of a bitch. But here we enter the final lap of our first race. But yeah, it's pretty cool that they got the, it's interesting that they got the Super GT license. And the fact that this is kind of a spin-off of the Top Gear series. I think this would kind of be its own game since of how unique it is, but I guess these are the same developers or whatever, the Top Gear series. I don't know for sure. I don't know all the ins and outs, so pardon me. So, why this game? Actually, since we're almost at the end here, I'll tackle that in the next segment, but yeah, I'll tell you why, since we're almost done with this first race. But, so, I think I've covered almost everything that I want to in this first segment. Who knows? I don't plan these things, and I'm very scatterbrained when it comes to trying to explain stuff, so pardon-moi. And also trying to not, just sit on a menu for 5 minutes and waste everyone's fucking time, so excuse me. So, on to the front straight of the East course portion. Here we go. Nice little, I guess those are the grandstands off to the left. I'm not entirely sure. Let's actually approach this from the inside. Remember, this is not a realistic game. I don't have to do the whole out-in-out thing. And then our final chicane onto the front straight. No oval to our left. In fact, definitely not the correct scenery from the real Motegi track, but that's fine. I almost got close to lapping the field. If this was a 4-lap race, I would have lapped the field. Holy crap. Hey, I win. Congratulations. First, get the conditions, and as well as transmission setup, all that stuff, race time, yay, and our trophy. So I ended up beating the Daishin Sylvia, by a minute and a half in a 3-lap race. Nice. Cool. With the RX-7 taking third, and Preza MRS and Celica rounding out the field. Only 6 cars, and here are our point standings after the first round. I take the 5-point advantage over the Sylvia, and Celica end up in last with 1 measly point. Interesting points table. As the differences are a little weird, because it's 5 between first and second, 3 between second and third, and then 6 between third and fourth. I guess, they really reward you for scoring a podium in this game, so there concludes our first race, and now we have our post-race screen. Go to the next event, save our data, or quit, and go to the main menu. I'm going to do a quick save here. Just going to save after every race, and that will conclude our opening segment of Top Gear GT Championship. So, hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for the next race.